In this tutorial, I will teach you how to animate your name. So just a recap, remember our sprite, stage, our scripting pane, our blocks, and our command palette. So if we're going to animate our name, we have to change our sprite. In this case, let me delete the scratch cat and add letters. So you can see here the letters, and let's choose. I like this letter, so I just get all the letters for my name. L-A-R-M-I-E. And lastly E. All right, then you can now arrange it. So here we are going to arrange it. L-A-R-M-I-E. Now I will put different animation styles per letter. So just to give you an idea on what you can do with the animation style. So for the first letter, I will make it appear bigger, then go back to its original size, then smaller. So how do I do that? First, don't forget when click, then we want to, you have to go to the letter L. So when click, we have here the motion, looks. So we are going to originally set the size to 100. Then we're going to change the size by 10 or by 5. So let's check. This is how it looks or appears by 10. So we can repeat this. So for a number of times, so just use the repeat statement. So we can do this 5 times. So let me just click on the program fragment. So that's how it's gonna appear. So you might want to change the size to just 5. So when it repeats, so let me just set it to its original size, 100%. Then let it repeat 5 times. And if you want to reduce it, you can duplicate it. And instead of 5, make it -5. So then it reduces its size. Now, sometimes, and most of the time, of course, it appears so fast. So you want to put some wait command. So you can change the wait command to 0.30 or 0.3. So you can see it slowly getting bigger there. And then same with, to make it smaller, let's make it 0.3. There. So when you make it smaller, in this case, it just goes back to its original position. What if you really want to make it smaller again? So this time I can duplicate this and this. Okay, so it becomes bigger and then smaller. So if I will put them together and change the size here, set the size original, I'll click this original size, then getting smaller. So we can put this animation in a forever loop. So it will be doing the animation forever. Okay. Now we can apply all the codes to all the letters. Stop this. Let's just click on the set size 100 if you want to return it to 100. Now, if you want to copy all the codes, same codes for all the sprites, you can just simply drag and wait for it to wiggle. Same code, you don't need to code again A. You can do this for all the letters. So let's just do this for all the letters. So you will see the effect for the animation. E, and when we run, so all of them will get bigger and smaller. Okay, so now let me just change the animation for letter A. So what if I want letter A? Oops, sorry. It became so small. I have to put the set size also inside the forever. Okay. So just to retain the size. Okay, so I forgot to put this. I have to put the set A inside the forever loop. Right there. So I will change, for example, this time for letter A, I'll just make this size to 100. I want A to actually twirl. In this case, I want it to turn. So I will change this. I will put it into, let me just change the command. I will set it to its original size, and this time I want it to turn, the motion, turn, and I'll show you. I want it to turn 36 degrees and do this. Control 10 times. So let's just show you what happens there. So since it's too fast again, let's just put the wait command, 0.3. So when it turns slowly. Okay, so we can have this repeat forever. And since we're not making any change with that size, you can just have it there. So now you can see that L and A is turning. So let me then make another change for letter R. This time I want R. I'll change R to simply change its color. So I will again change it back to its original size. There, you can do this, and then switch its color. Let's look at the, sorry, you have to change color effect. You can just drag them here. Then color effect. Let's do this. Let's try what will happen, and then just put ahead of time the value for the wait seconds, and let's run this. So you will see R is not moving, but it's changing its color. Now I just tried it out with a repeat 5 times, but you can do this forever. Here. So when we run this, that's the LAR. And now I will change the command for M, I, and E. Now for the M, I want it to move side to this side, to this side, side by side. Okay, so for M, I'll set the size to 100. Then back. This time, I want it to move side 10 steps, and then I will ask it to go back -10. Move -10, and then another -10. Okay, so it's moving side to side. So in this case, I will just add the weight in between. So just duplicate, then duplicate, stack them together, and put them in a forever loop. Now, before I forget, you have to make it, you have to put it in a position. So in this case, the right position first. So go to this position. So when we click this, oops, again, let's put the go to position to its original position before it moves to another step. There, it's going there. And then this time I want I to go up, back, okay, going up, then back. So let's have this I, command for I. Let's put it back to its original position, size rather, and then instead of change the size by 5, I will now change it to the Y. Change by 10, going up. So let's just check what will happen when you say change 10 5 times. So if you want to make it go down, make it change negative 10. Then another go, if you want to make it go down again. So I'll just change the size command here to the Y value. And put them all back there, here. So let's watch. Before I forget, again, the position, the correct position of I. We'll put the correct position of I here. So go to inside the forever loop. So let's look. Okay, so E, let me just return this to 100. I want E to turn 15 degrees 5 times, then another 15, and then another 15 towards this side. So let me just change now the command. Instead of the size, I want it 15 degrees. Now you can also make it change negative 15 degrees. Then another negative 15 degrees here, just to show you the effect for this one. Oops, I forgot to remove the change size here. So let me just remove the changing of the size. Changing of the size here. And we'll go back. If you want, you can also just move it. Instead of 15 degrees, you can make it 10. 10. And it's also possible to combine all of the effects. So say for example, I will change the value for R. Instead of just changing the color for R, I will let R also do some change of gliding from one location to another. So R will move to this side, go back, and then glide to this side, and then go back. So I will make it glide. This is the first glide in. Okay, I will just have it in 1 second. And then the second glide to this location. So just glide to this location, then go back to its original. Then afterwards, it will glide down. So then go back. So the glide down here, we have this position. So if you've noticed, it's changing the values of the X and the Y. So gliding. Okay. Then I can just remove the weight there because the glide already has its position. So here, let's try the effect for this one. By the way, if you just want to try the code fragment, just click it there. You would see. Okay, so you want to do it forever. So there. So I want all to actually have the change color effect. So for L, I just click L. And for the looks, I'll apply the change color effect. Change color effect. Inside. I'll put it inside the repeat. That's the A, and then change color effect. Inside the repeat again, R, M. I for every repeat. And the E. Then let's run. So only R and M are not matching. So let me check what happened to R and M. So for R, okay, so it's the glide position. We can have it 0.3 to match. 0.3, and then let's put the change color effect every glide. So it matches the color. Then for the M, let me check. After every weight position, so we also change the color effect. Oops. Made a mistake here. Just drag after weight. Just for them to match. Oops, I'm still having problem with R. Wait, let me. So perhaps I will just use the. Let me just check one more time. The color is not matching. I think I need one more here underneath for the color. Okay. All right. I think it's really difficult when timing it for the color, but I hope you get the point that you can combine various animation effects into one sprite.